Assalamu alaikum, this is Sehrish Sarwar. Every Thursday at 12 p.m., join me right here on Radio Dawn for the inner journey. A space where faith meets healing and science meets the soul. As a hypnotherapist and a life coach, I'll take you through powerful conversations, reflections, and tools to help you overcome challenges, find balance, and reconnect with your true self. So tune in every Thursday at 12 p.m. for the Inner Journey. With me, Sehrish Sarwar, only on Radio Dawn. Your community, your voice, your connections. Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Welcome back to Radio Dawn 107.6 FM. You are tuned into the Inner Journey show with me, Sehrish Sarwar. For the new listeners, I am a hypnotherapist and a life coach, and we have started this show called The Inner Journey. The whole purpose of this project is that we can bring mental health and well-being awareness to our community. Alhamdulillah, we are getting amazing feedbacks. So it's been exactly 2 months, alhamdulillah, since we started this show, and the feedback we've been having is amazing, alhamdulillah. We have all ran one of the workshop already with one of the ladies, and the feedback we have taken, I think we are ready to move on to our next level for this project. However, today we're going to do a bit of a feedback reflection. Because it's the end of the second month, what we are planning to do is, end of every month, we will be reflecting what we have done so far regarding this matter, and as well as any feedback that we have been given via email or phone or even face-to-face. We will be reflecting on that and see how we can make it more understandable for our new listeners. So I have got some questions here, which we'll be going through, inshallah. And like I always say in our shows, that if you have any questions or any feedback that you will like us to address, or any inquiry regarding mental health and well-being, you're more than welcome to reach out to us on info@radiodawn.com or call us as 0115 841 1800. So we've got a few questions that some of the listeners have reached out. First of all, I'd like to thank you for the feedbacks. Alhamdulillah, that's what we want to work towards, is building a community where we can start this topic such as mental health and well-being, and bring the awareness to it as much as we can, so we can normalize about the mental health and well-being, and making it a bit more approachable, and more people can actually reach out if they feel that they need the support. So for the question that we get a lot, which is why do you think mental health and well-being are so important for the community? And alhamdulillah, when we started the Inner Journey show, thanks to Dr. Musharraf, as well as massive thanks to the radio show, Radio Dawn's manager, Arshad, for alhamdulillah bringing this kind of projects for our community. Because when I was going through, because I do listen to, it's a part of Premiers, I do listen to the radio and attend all the projects that Premiers get involved with, I always felt that this is something that we can definitely work with. As we all know that when it comes to mental health, there is a lot of stigma, or there's a lot of, let's say, that different way of thinking when it comes to this topic. So alhamdulillah, that's why Radio Dawn have started this project, and inshallah we are making progress. So why do you think mental health and well-being are so important for the community? Because I feel, first of all, when it comes to our community, I want to make sure that it is actually spoken easily as possible, just the way we speak about the physical health. As you remember my previous shows, I always say that It's harder to assess whether someone's going through mental health issues. However, it's easier for us to actually support if someone's having some physical issues. People reach out straight away to the doctors that they've got abdominal pain or they've got something going on. But when it comes to mental health, we don't prioritize that. So that's why I think it's really important that as a community, if we can really normalize this topic to the point where if anyone reaches out or they feel at least comfortable to be to bring out the vulnerability, because I feel a lot of people are scared to be vulnerable and express that they have mental health issue going on, and it doesn't have to be necessarily something so negative. Could be as simple as they want to move from one stage of their life to another, or they want to have a breakthrough. As I have recently did anxiety workshop and had an amazing feedbacks, and it was really coming down to sometimes it's just overthinking or negative thought spiral that we go into and how to break out from that. There's a lot of things that we can discuss. I personally feel the reason it's so important for us as a community to discuss this is because it's not about one person's life, it's about the environment. Because in my work, I always say that environment has a huge impact on the way you are, the way you live your life. If you have negative environment, even though you're trying your best to be positive, that would be instilled in you. And this is something that we don't have a choice over. Most of the time, we don't have a choice over it. However, there are some people, alhamdulillah, they can make those changes in the environment. But the reason we want to change it for the community is because we are not just working with one individual, we are working on it as a whole community. So we can build that space where we can speak to anyone right next to us to say, this is how I'm feeling, what support can I get? Instead of judging or instead of thinking that, why would you go through that? You know, there's a lot of saying, a lot of people say about this. So the second questions, which I think was quite interesting, that what gaps or needs did we notice in the community that led us to create this show? Again, I think I kind of summarized that already, which was that we want to normalize talking about mental health just like we do with the physical health, because mental health is something that everyone has. This is what I spoke about on the second show, that mental health is just like a physical health, but people cannot differentiate between mental health illness and mental health. So let me rephrase that again. That mental health is different compared to mental health illness. And having a poor mental health, which means that you're struggling to go through daily life, but which can be helped probably just talking to someone that you know that they care about. Or again, having a good mental health, which means that you're emotionally regulating yourself. And this leads to another question, which was regarding, can you share some of the key themes or the topics that we have covered? I think a couple of them we can remember definitely was that differentiating between mental health and mental health illness, as well as emotional regulations and listening to your body. Your emotions are there to make you aware of your body. They are not there to make you feel anxious. They are not there to make you feel a certain way. They are there to alert you, this is what's going on, and we need to address it. And the quicker we address that emotion, the quicker it will resolve itself. However, there are some people who go through anxiety, depression, it's because they have had those emotions, and because they didn't address it straight away, now it's become more louder, and it has now turned it into more in depth or deeper in your psyche now. And so this is why I feel that those two are quite important, emotional regulation, understanding that mental health is okay. And another one that I found was quite interesting. We have had quite a few questions, to be honest, because, like I said, we will be holding this end of every month. Just something that I feel someone need to hear it today. They will be able to have basically summarized of everything that we have done for past month, and there might be some questions that someone will ask, and by answering it here, maybe someone else's question being answered. So, how do you hope the show will impact listeners and the broader community? Again, coming back to that, if I can give a one tool or one piece of knowledge today, which can improve your daily to daily life, I think the job here would be done. What we basically trying to do via this project is to make difference in people's life, not just on a surface level, but on a deeper level, as something that you will be able to apply by just listening to it and applying it. You don't need to have tools. You don't need to go and do studies. That's something that you can learn and apply on yourself to start seeing the impact straight away. And how do you balance discussing these topics as well as having a supportive or positive environment? Again, I really think comes down to, alhamdulillah, the studies that I have done and what I apply in my practice. That first of all, data protection is a huge one for me. I have to make sure that the personal information stays within the practice, and there are some sensitive topics, there are some sensitive information, and therefore, alhamdulillah, first of all, now Islam is taught quite seriously that when someone shares something personal about themselves, it's like an imana, that you have to keep it safe. So I always go by this belief that if someone has shared something with me which is quite personal and sensitive to them, it's my responsibility, not just as a therapist, because as a therapist we go through loads of exams regarding this to keep the sensitive information personal, but as well as being a Muslim, alhamdulillah, that gets taught to us in Islam anyway, that making sure that you're quite empathetic, and if someone's actually sharing their personal information with you, you're keeping it safe. So I believe it really comes down to when we are discussing sensitive topics, we are making sure that we are doing it in a way that is not triggering for someone. However, again, it really comes down to what topic it is, but we are always mindful, alhamdulillah, that we are always bringing on positive impact on people. And alhamdulillah, I would like to actually announce our next step. So those are some of the questions that, out of all the questions that I chose, that I think it will really bring an insight on what is the whole aim of this project, the inner journey, collaborating neurotrans therapy. That's my practice and my company name, collaborating with Radio Dawn. The whole point is that we can, inshallah, bring this awareness together about mental health and well-being, and really be there to support each other. So alhamdulillah, thank you to all for bringing us on a second stage, which means that from the feedbacks that we have had, we will be inshallah introducing 2 workshops happening once a month in Baba's Mill Community Centre. The first one would be actually taking place this week, called The Inner Journey, Unshakable Me. This is the first one, which would be happening, inshallah, last Saturday of every month. So this workshop has been aimed at my younger girls, 12 to 18 years old, sisters, daughters. So this one's aimed at, because the reason we have chosen this age line for our workshop is because I have had a lot of parents talking about how the teenage is so different compared to when you are before the teenage years. Now, again, I'm talking about in a common, normal way. Obviously, if someone, I personally think that if there was any trauma caused within the family, if they were even younger than that age, it would have had an impact on them hugely. However, but for normal, common way of saying is that when you are going into your teens, the hormones are quite intense, and it's really important for us to regulate emotions. And that's not much, that doesn't get spoken about a lot in our teenage youngsters, the youth. So inshallah, we're starting our girls one first, because we have had a lot of feedback about that for the girls as well as the ladies. So which brings me to the second one we are doing for ladies, the Inner Journey, a wellbeing workshop for ladies called Peaceful Minds. And alhamdulillah, that would be taking place last Thursday of every month. So the both workshops would be between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. They will be held in Babasmore Community Centre. You can reach out to us to book them, because we have limited places. Therefore, we want to encourage our sisters, our daughters, to inshallah come on these workshops, because the whole aim of these workshops is that where we can use different topics and different tools to give it to our sisters and daughters, where they can actually start applying it straight away to have a better life and a better quality life, especially for the teenagers or youth, because when we are attending schools, because I know schools, colleges, you've got stress of studies, and there's a stress of the peer pressures. So there's a lot of things that we kind of expect kids to understand. However, there is some basic knowledge about emotional regulation and how to sustain a good mental health. That knowledge we are trying, inshallah, to bring it to our workshops, as well as with the ladies as well. That we want to make sure that if ladies or the mothers are able to understand these emotions, emotional regulation, and all these different kind of things that we can go through can impact our lives in a negative way. Once they learn for themselves, they can actually pass it on to their family, because I really think that for our community, family is such an important thing. And if we can actually start bringing that change within our family, it will have a ripple effect to our community as well. So alhamdulillah, that's our new 2 products we are starting soon. Again, the Inner Journey Unshakable Me is for 12 to 18 years old. That would be taking place last Saturday of every month between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. And for the Inner Journey Peaceful Minds, that's for our 18 plus ladies. That would be taking place last Thursday of every month between 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. To book yourself, please reach out to us on 0790 15 1 15 14, or you can email us at info@radiodawn.com. So do book them in, because we have limited spaces. So we want to make sure that we are focusing on the quality, not the quantity. So because I will be running them myself, and for me, I really want to make a difference on people on a deeper level. It's not just about collecting the people together or collecting the audience. It's really about bringing that transformation and change, which can have ripple effect and inshallah be impacting our community in whole. So this is the show for today. Alhamdulillah, so far we are doing amazing. Again, thanks to Radio Dawn and Creamia for giving me this opportunity actually to have this passion of mine to because I'm a mental health advocate. I love speaking about it. I'm quite passionate about it because I feel that this is needed in every individual. So alhamdulillah, on that note, I will leave you to it, and inshallah I will speak to you soon next Thursday at 12 p.m. Take care. Allah Hafiz.